up, boxing world? JF Sports. So, Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy, promoter of Golden Boy, slammed Mayweather. Not that Mayweather responded yet, I'm sure he will, but Leonard Ellerby did. Anyway, De La Hoya had an interview with Playboy magazine, and he said that, pretty much, let's face it, that's what he said. Mayweather was boring. You were boring. You know. He said, quote unquote, just take a look at your most recent performance. He's talking about Mayweather, of course. Your last hurrah in the ring, a 12-round decision against Andre Berto. How to describe it? A bust? A disaster? I guess, Oscar La Hoya is not too fond and not too happy about how Mayweather picked Berto for his last supposedly fight before retirement. Now, you guys know as well as I know, we don't know if Mayweather really is retired. I mean, he's retired right now, but as we all know, he don't fight, this time frame. He fights May and September. So if he comes back next year, then, then he's not retired. I mean, it's not like he's not done this before. I mean, he had retired before and had came back. Anyway, Leonard Ellerby had something to say about that, Ellerby said, well, De La Hoya sounds silly and bitter. He said, even though we know he didn't write it, they're just looking for storylines to generate mainstream press. That's what Ellerby said to FightHype.com. They're just trying to promote their fight. So they need mainstream press. What's the biggest name that they can align themselves with to attempt to create a storyline? The same name that everybody uses. Obviously, he's talking about Mayweather. The biggest name that's out there, Floyd Mayweather. Jealousy is a terrible thing. Who did Oscar beat in his prime? Ellerby asked. He damn sure didn't beat Shane Mosley. He's just bitter. Anyway, I mean, it's no surprise to me, or to you guys probably, that, Oscar De La Hoya don't really like Floyd Mayweather, so to speak. They fought years back. Some people said that De La Hoya won the fight. Some people said Mayweather won the fight. Some people actually said it was a draw. But yes, Mayweather won that fight. And that was it. There was no rematch or nothing like that. He said that Ellerby also said that last time I checked, Mayweather whooped you. He's talking about Oscar De La Hoya. He whooped his ass on a 12-round decision win in 07. Well, I guess if this is true, what Ellerby is saying, that De La Hoya is just looking for some kind of a mainstream media to promote Canelo Cotto. That's one's opinion. And I'd like to mention to you guys that De La Hoya had said recently that he thinks that the Cotto Canelo fight would bring about 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. That's a lot of buys, man, on HBO. He said no doubt about it. Well, I'm sure Mayweather will respond to this. I mean, we've only heard from Ellerby. And as we all know, Mayweather tend to not be quiet about things, especially when he is being bashed or insulted or, talked about. But it's clear that De La Hoya still, I don't think he'll ever change his opinion about, Floyd Mayweather, that Mayweather is boring in his eyes, and that he clearly don't like him, And it's no secret also that De La Hoya, has always been criticizing Mayweather for his last fight with Berto, because if you guys remember, De La Hoya did tweet after the Berto fight. He was like, what was it? I couldn't remember, but I made a video off of it. He tweeted something like, wake the kids up when the fight is over. That it's a good thing that it's better to watch, what is it, Disney books or something like that. But anyways, yeah, that was his tweet after the Berto fight and Mayweather. And I guess he's still, I don't think that De La Hoya will go out of his way to try to say stuff. I'm sure that, mainstream media or Playboy magazine asked him, what he thought about Mayweather and the retirement, so to speak. And obviously he'd say some, that's when he said some stuff. But other than that, I don't think, he'd go out of his way to try to taunt, insult, or say something bad about Mayweather. It's just that, this mainstream media, man, they ask questions that sometimes it's long overdue or old. And then when a certain individual gives their response, then what do you think happens? Then, you know, instead of the mainstream media or, in this case, Playboy magazine getting criticized, obviously it's Oscar De La Hoya because it came out of his mouth, even though he was asked a question. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's one's opinion. I thought I'd give you guys an update. So yeah, De La Hoya still thinks that Mayweather is boring and that he pretty much went out with a dud. That's pretty much what he's saying. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Drop me a comment. And as always, thank you for watching JF Sports.